Wish you warm welcome. Today's practice is for intermediate or advanced practitioners. For someone who can do inversions, plank positions fully or partially. If you're not sure, most probably you will be just fine, but stay aware in the practice with your physical limitations. Today's practice focuses on arms and your abdomen, your core. Before we go further, I want to appreciate you for taking responsibility of your health and mind by choosing to practice through online yoga video. I'm assuming it's just you or a few family members practicing together. This kind of practice requires high motivation. You're winning this chapter of your life. And here is the secret. The more you do this, more you boost your motivation, literally growing the part of your brain that drives you forward. So, without further ado, let's begin the practice with small sequence. When you are ready, come at the front of your mat and stand in Tadasana with feet hip width apart. And yes, I forgot to mention at the start that we will be using a block, so keep the block handy. Just single block will do. Feet hip width apart, you are in Tadasana, come to your breath. Arms straight, looking straight, relax your face, relax your jaw. Observe your body weight on your feet, bring the evenness of your weight, and allow your toes to spread towards the wall at the front. Inhale and raise your arms up. Let the fingers extend, let the arms extend at the elbows. Make sure you're not pushing the ribcage forward. Exhale and bend forward, bringing your hands onto the ground, and then walk back to downward dog. Maintain the arms straight, press your hands well onto the ground. Open the back of your legs. Slowly walk your legs forward. Come back to Uttanasana, forward bend. Bring your hands onto the ground and slowly come up. Back to Tadasana. Inhale and raise your arms forward, up. Then bend forward. Uttanasana, forward bend. Back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Now when you are in downward dog, take a deep inhale and slow exhale. One more time. Take a deep breath. Slow exhale. Walk your legs forward towards your hands. Forward bend. And then slowly come up. Back to Tadasana. Take a breath here. Inhale and raise your arms up. Exhale and bend forward. Go back to downward dog. Feet are hip width apart. Arms are at your shoulder distance. Keep them straight. Shoulders not coming up towards the ears. Move them back towards your hips. And allow your hips to go back towards the wall behind. So hips are not coming forward. Push them back. Imagine as if there is a belt at the top of your thighs and your friend is pulling your hips back towards the wall behind. From here, come forward into high plank position. Your shoulders are above on your wrist. Observe where your heels are. Heels are pointing towards the ceiling. Make sure your upper back is not rounded. Open through the chest, wide and broad chest. Allow your shoulders to go back. Engage your abdomen. Hips not going towards, sinking towards the ground. Lift them up. Go back to downward dog. Take a deep breath. When you are ready, one more time, high plank position. Lift the hips up, engage your abdomen, move the shoulders back, broad and wide chest. Observe where your heels are. Back to downward dog. Take a breath. When you are ready, walk your legs forward towards your hands. Slow walk, forward bend, then come up, back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Stay here for a breath. Your feet are hip width apart, arms at your sides. Variation of mountain pose. Relax your jaw. Inhale and raise your arms up. Bend forward. Back to downward dog. Take a deep breath and slow exhale. And observe the sensations that you're feeling in your arms. Observe the sensations that you're feeling at the back of your legs. Allow the back of your knees to open. Keep the legs straight. Lifting the front thighs up and moving your hips back towards the wall behind. This time, slowly bring your knees onto the ground. Bring your right leg forward. From here, we'll straighten the leg by moving the hips back. So move the hips back, straighten the leg, then come forward, move back. Let's do few more times. Doesn't matter where your hips are moving, they are going all the way back or they are staying in line with your knees. Objective here to have the straight leg, open that back of your leg, and at the same time keeping the back straight. 4, last 2 iterations, 5, 6, move the right leg back and bring the left leg forward. Get stable here first with your hands on the ground. Keep the back straight, not rounding the back. Move the shoulders back, and then with that alignment of your back, move your hips back to straighten the leg. Get that opening at the back of your leg. Feel that lengthening sensation in your inner thigh, the back of your leg, in your glutes, in your hamstring. 3 more to go. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath, relax your face. 2, last 1, straighten the leg, and then come back to downward dog. Take a deep breath here, and we'll go into plank position. Come to plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana. Bend your arms at the elbows and go closer to the ground. Stay here for a breath and move back to downward dog. Walk your legs towards your hands. Come back to Tadasana, looking straight. 2 more iterations of this sequence. Inhale and raise your arms up. Bend forward. Come to downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a deep breath here. Feel that expansion of your chest with deep breath. Allow your hips to go back. Lift the front of your thighs well. Pressing all the edges of your feet onto the ground. Then bring your knees onto the ground. Let's repeat. Bring your right leg forward. Get stable first. Then moving the hips back, opening the back of your leg. 2. Let's do 3 more times. 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing. Don't hold the breath. Change. Bring the opposite leg at the front. 1. Move your hips back. 2. Feel that length coming at the back of your leg and be aware of your shoulders. Move them back towards your hips. 3. 2 more. 2. Last 1. Straighten the leg. Come forward. Move the leg back. Come back to downward dog. Take a breath and then moving to high plank. Allow your back to straighten, not rounded back. Straighten the back by moving the shoulders towards your hips, and it's the opening of your chest that gives you flat back or straight back. If your chest is shortened, then you're rounding your upper back like this, so you want to have wide and broad chest. Then bend your elbows and come to Chaturanga Dandasana. Stay here for a breath. Slow inhale, slow exhale. All your strength, you're building a lot of strength in your arms, in your abdomen, in your core. Press your arms well onto the ground. Come back to downward dog. Well done. Take a deep breath. Feel that expansion at the sides of your rib cage with deep inhale and slow exhale like you are chanting Om. Walk your legs towards your hands. Come to forward bend and then slowly come up. Back to Tadasana. Observe your body weight on your feet. Let it spread evenly among your feet. Press all the edges of your feet well onto the ground and bring your attention to your breath, to your arms. Release and relax. From here, we'll practice variation of Malasana. I turn here sideways to give you better view. Bring your feet together, bend your legs and sit on your haunches. Bring your hands onto the ground. Then wrap your arms around your shin and catch hold of your heels, or you can bring your hands underneath your heels and round your back. Press your knees or inner thighs well onto your upper arms. You want to get rounded, as compact as possible, while moving your head more towards the ground. Having having hands underneath your heels gives you that support if your heels can't reach all the way towards the ground. But if you have flexible ankles, then you want to bring your heels onto the ground and you're holding your heels, back of your heels with your hands. Keep breathing, don't hold the breath. Last 2 breaths here. Malasana is garland pose. Mala means garland and asana means pose. Slowly remove your hands, bring them forward onto the ground. Come to the kneeling position. Go to forward virasana, Adho Mukha virasana. Let's rest for a moment here. Bring your forearms onto the ground, or you can keep your arms straight. Choose the option that suits you best. Make this a last breath. Slowly come forward. Grab a block and stand on it. We are practicing variation of a crow pose, Bakasana. So, standing on the block, bend your legs, sit on your haunches, bring your hands onto the ground. From here, bring your upper arms, your knees are onto back of your upper arms. Then pressing your knees well onto your arms, go forward, bring your weight onto your hands, lift your heels up, lift the balls of your feet up, come onto your toes, and then go back. Let's do 2 more iteration of these. Press your knees well onto your upper arm and then lifting your heels up to transfer the body weight onto your hands. Go down, breathe, don't hold the breath. Press your knees well, go forward, go down. Stay here for a breath. In the next iteration, lift the toes up, away from the block, stay there for a moment, and then land your toes back onto the block. Let's try that. You want to have your knees higher onto your arms, going more towards your shoulders to have a better grip. So press them well onto your arms, your knees, and then leaning forward, lift yourself, stay here for a breath, then come back onto the block. Take a breath here. Inhale, lifting the knees up onto your arms, press them well, go forward, balance for a moment, stay, use that strength, then go back. One more time, last time, with all your strength. Inhale, press the knees. See how I'm lifting my knees to move them higher onto my arms, more towards the shoulders. That's you want to achieve, to have a better grip while moving or transferring your weight more onto your hands. My hands are roughly shoulder distance apart. If you're not sure about it, press your knees well onto the hands, your arms, then transfer your weight. Stay here for a moment, then come down. Well done. Come onto your knees, go to forward Virasana, Adho Mukha Virasana. Let's take a rest for 3 breaths. Slow inhale and slow exhale. You can bring your forehead onto the ground, or you can keep it in the air, or maybe use that block to rest your forehead. Arms on the ground, forearms on the ground. Observe your breath. Observe the sensations in your palms, in your hands, in your arm, into your shoulders. Slowly come up, remove a block. Let's practice variation of Jatara Parivartanasana. Lie on your back, bend your legs and bring the soles of your feet onto the ground, arms at your sides. Then bring your arms in line with your shoulders, palms facing towards the ground. Lift your heels up, knees together, and angle between your shin and thighs is roughly 90 degrees. Inhale and move your legs, move your knees towards the right without touching to the ground. Exhale and bring them up, back to the center. Inhale and go down. Exhale and bring them up. Inhale and go towards the right. Exhale and lift the knees up. Change, go to the opposite side. 2 more iterations. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold the breath. Exhale and bring the legs up. Inhale and bring them down. Exhale and bring them up. Last iteration. Go all the way down without touching. Lift your legs up. You're using a lot of strength from your core. Observe that. Lift your legs up. Come back to the center. Bring the soles of your feet onto the ground. Straighten your legs. Wiggle your legs side by side. Bring your arms at your sides. Allow yourself to release and relax. Take a breath. Deep breath. Slowly bend your legs. Come back to normal breath. Bring your arms in line with your shoulders. We are going towards a full variation of Jatara Parivartanasana. You have an option here. Feel free to choose the previous variation that we did. That means keeping the legs bent. Otherwise, straighten the legs, make them straight. Inhale and bring them all the way towards the right. Exhale and lift the legs up. Inhale and go towards the left. Exhale and bring them up. You're using a lot of strength from the core, from your abdomen. Visualize that, and you want to use that strength from there to lift the legs up. Inhale and go down. Exhale and come up. Keep the legs straight. Inhale and go towards left. Come up. Last one iteration. Go down. Come up. Breathe. Inhale and go down. Exhale and come up. One more iteration. Come on, let's do this. Inhale and go down. Exhale and come up. Last iteration. Inhale and go down. Exhale and come up. Bend your legs. Bring the soles of your feet onto the ground. Well done. Bring your arms at your sides. Straighten the legs. Wiggle your legs side by side. Allow them to relax. Breathe normal. Make this a last breath. When you are ready, slowly turn towards the side and come up. Now we'll be practicing headstand hopping. Just have a quick look if you're not sure, and then we'll be doing it together. Interlocking of your fingers, bringing your hands onto the ground, elbows in, not out to the side, crown of your head onto the ground. Lift your knees up, walk your legs slightly towards your head direction. Then raising one leg up, hopping onto other leg. Like this. Right? You got it. So you want to have more strength from your forearms and wrists and hands pressing well onto the ground to lift yourself higher. Okay, let's do 6 iterations of these. When you're ready, inhale, keep breathing, press one leg onto the ground and lift the other leg, building that strength into your arms, into your shoulders. 4, 5, 6. Come to the ground in forward virasana for a moment. Take a breath here. Allow your arms to release, your legs to let that tension go, and back to your handstand position. Now hop on other leg. 2, 3, keep breathing, don't hold. 5, 6. Come back to forward virasana. Well done. All right. I don't want to take that pleasure of getting into headstand away from you. Let's do it for quick 10 seconds. Go into headstand for 10 seconds. Feel free to use the wall. I'm assuming you know how to use the wall. If you don't, just stay here like this. You can hop or stay here. If you know, then bend your legs, lift the knees up, bring closer to the chest, then straighten the leg. Slow and steady breath. Lift your buttocks more towards the ceilings, pressing your forearms and wrists while lifting through the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hang on. While you're coming down, I want you to come down very slowly with both the legs under control. Well done. Move your legs back and now come to forward virasana. Bring your forearms onto the ground, head onto the ground. Slow and steady breath. Moving towards cooling poses. Stay here for 3 more breaths. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Observe how your abdomen pushes against your inner thigh with each breath. Feel the sensations in your arms, your shoulders. Slowly come forward. Lie on your back. Let's do variation of Jatara Parivartanasana, but this time with cross leg. So bring your right leg on top of your left thigh. Bring your arms in line with your shoulders and turn towards your left. Let's gentle twist to your back. Relax your face. And now when you are in this twist, you want to turn more from your abdomen, the top side of your rib cage, more towards your right, to bring your right shoulder back onto the ground, not pressing it hard onto the ground, instead turning from your abdomen to bring it down. Slowly bring both the legs up. Change. Bring your left leg onto your right thigh and bring your both the knees towards the right. Observe your breath. Turn more from your abdomen. Observe the sensation in your back, in your lower back, in your legs, in your shoulder. See where are you feeling that tension or tightness, if there is any. Let it go on an exhale. Maintain the intensity of the lengthening sensation here to medium or slightly higher. Change, repeat. Bring your right thigh onto your left leg and move both the knees towards your left. Don't hold the breath. If you want to increase the intensity of the pose, bring your left hand on top of your right thigh and slowly bring it more towards the ground. Change. Bring your left leg on top of your right and go towards your right side. Use your right hand on top of your left knee. Don't hold the breath. Relax your jaw, relax your face. Slowly come back to the center. Bring soles of your feet onto the ground and then straighten your legs. Moving towards Shavasana, deep state of rest. Bring your arms at your sides. Allow your legs to roll in or out to the position that feels comfortable. Allow your arms to at your sides, palm facing towards the ground or to the ceiling. Choose the option that suits you well. And feel free to take a blanket underneath you or on top of you to keep yourself warm. Come to your breath without changing your breath, just observe it. Observe the sensations in your body, in your neck, in your head. Now scan your body to see if there is any tension or tightness. Your arms, your back, your shoulders. And if you observe If you're holding or tightening any part of your body, then let it go on an exhale, let it soften. Bring your awareness into your legs, into your hip region, your feet and your toes. At the front of your thighs. Allow them to relax. Come back to your breath. Bring the soles of your feet onto the ground and your hands on your abdomen at your lower front ribs. Slowly turn towards the side. Stay here for a moment. When you are ready, take support of your hand and come up. Keep your eyes closed. Sit tall and sit upright. Use your hands beside your hips to sit upright. And bring your hands in prayer position on your chest. Pay attention to your breath. Allow your shoulders to relax. Let them drop towards the ground. Pay attention to fingers of your hands. Let them straighten, but don't overstretch them. Relax your jaw. Any frown lines at the forehead, let them go. Gentle smile on your face to celebrate this small win of your day. Take this opportunity to thank yourself for staying engaged in the practice to build strength and flexibility. Slowly bring your head forward. Namaste and thank you. Move your head back. Open your eyes. Release your hands on your thighs. If you enjoyed today's practice, give a thumbs up or put a comment. This way, you let me know what kind of practice you like and you help others to do more practice. Bye.